hello, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast. Mike, Jay is, of course, here. Shalom Biggie is here. How are you, Jay?
Gentlemen, how are you doing?
Much better than last week.
Yeah,
it was a rough one. I apologize to anyone who's a fan of this show and missed last week. Missed a couple days last week. That was I don't know what it was technically the flu, but that's sure as hell what it felt like. And
Did you barf?
Oh my God, dude. Yeah,
You're leaking out of your bottom.
Anywhere there was a hole in my body, I was a 3-holder all weekend, man. Butt, mouth,
your ribs sore from
oh
barfing.
yeah. It was just like, I don't know, that whole feeling. Like honest to God, man, I started feeling it. We had a buddy in town. What was that, Tuesday? Was that Tuesday that Ryan was here?
Sure,
I
seems
think
like
so.
Yeah,
and
Tuesday.
I started to feel like shit Tuesday morning. I think he even said something on the air. By Tuesday night, it was like, oh, this is not good. Wednesday, I was a mess. I was in bed from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I didn't get out at all. Thank God for old T-Roy. He's so adorable. He comes up and he's like, "How you feeling, man?"
You bring your breakfast
I
in
was
bed.
like-
You got a tray with a Bud vase on
No,
it.
no, it wasn't that bad, but it was like, he's like, "How you feeling, man?" I was like total shit. He's like, "Here, take this. Got you some Mucinex. Got you some zinc." I'm like, "Zinc?" And then he's like, "Oh, I still got some soups, man, in there."
Oh my God,
and,
an array of soups.
Yeah, soups, and then cough drops, and then he's like, "Yo, man, gotta drink your orange juice." And I was like, dude, as soon as I feel well enough to even get up, I'll go in there and get some. He comes walking in 10 minutes later. He goes, "You ain't gonna get up, man. So here's your orange juice. Drink your orange." I'm like, I don't want any fucking orange juice, man. Oh God, this is delicious. Oh, and all of it helps so much.
Pulp free, of course.
Oh yeah. That one was. I'm not a big pulp fan, but it helped a lot. But God, that sucked. I hate feeling like that, feeling sick and shitty all week. And I felt bad. I was like, well, the guys can come over and do something without me. And then it was like, probably not the best idea. I know E had a big weekend that he's been talking about around here he's been driving us nuts with it for what, 6 months now?
Yeah, going down to see Pat Green.
Good old Pat Green.
At the H-word
Right.
Tonk down in Fort Worth, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Can you imagine what a dick move that would have been? Like, E, you got to come over here and do a show, and then he gets sick as balls and then flies to Dallas to go to a Tonk show with Pat Green. That would have sucked.
Right.
Did you have funny?
Incredible. I will say one thing I did, by the way. I saw the John F. Kennedy assassination thing. I've never done that. I've never,
the grassy knoll?
Yeah, I went to the grassy knoll.
What'd you think? Did it change your view on anything?
I'll say, when I've watched a lot of movies, honestly,
Is it
about
smaller
that.
or bigger than it?
Smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
it usually is.
where the Texas depository is, that you're always like, that Oswald made the shot, and I'm kind
you
of
put that in
conspiracy.
quotes.
Well, I don't think that Oswald killed Kennedy, but whatever. But it's
Who do you think it was?
Some dude in the grassy knoll, man.
You do? You don't think it was a Secret Service member in the car behind him?
No, not
Kind of where my thought
personally,
is.
but well, whatever. Anyway, but no, it is way smaller, and you look at that X and you look up where he is, and it's
Very
like,
doable.
Yeah, I guess it's probably doable. I guess it is probably
Really?
doable.
So you think from where the depository was, Lee Harvey Oswald could have gotten that shut off and taken him out?
I
think it's
our
possible.
resident ballistics
Right.
expert.
I
Sure,
think it's
sure.
possible. I think it's possible, but it's just weird to see places. That's a weird place to me because it's like, it's not a cool thing. Like, this guy was killed here and a president nonetheless, but in the same hand,
it is kind of cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool.
And then it's funny too, because when they do tours, we didn't do one, but I heard one doing it, and I thought, like, because of this whole conspiracy thing, even though a lot of people do believe it was Oswald, they still have to, like, and some people do think that maybe there was another shooter, and it's kind of
second
funny.
shooter. Is there an X in the
yes,
street?
there is.
They're like right at the spot where he got hit in the head.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a gruesome video, man.
Yeah.
Seeing his head just explode like that, and his
Sure
wife
is.
like falling off the back of the convertible, like, oh shit.
Dude, wasn't
That the birth of the Pope Mobile though? Essentially, that moment in history.
Yeah, it was a big mistake.
Yeah.
I think that probably the biggest mistake in Secret Service history.
Yeah. Led to the Pope Mobile though.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The beast.
I would say there's two other things of kind of note, and one of them is that on Wednesday or on Thursday when we went there, we drove down to Waco to literally just go to this bar because Pat's written a song about it and
you
has
want
a
to see
title.
Chip and Joanne Gaines, don't?
There you go.
It's called George's Bar or whatever. But so we just are going to be just there for a few hours, and then we're going back to Dallas the next day. So we just get a piece of shit kind of, we'll get a Motel 6. It's right. It was the worst hotel hotel room I've ever stayed in my entire
Motel
life.
or
Really?
hotel?
Motel 6.
No
it was
kidding.
so terrible. There may or may not have been blood in the bathroom, to be honest with you,
God
dude.
damn it.
Like an outline where a body was shot, or just like droplets?
Droplets.
Dried?
I didn't
Wet?
take dry. I didn't take none of us took showers. None of us took any level of clothing off to sleep in the beds. Like, it was
Gross.
just.
Did you request another room? Go, there's blood droplets
Dude,
on the floor and stuff.
I got the impression that none of the rooms in this place, there was people doing drugs in the parking lot and shit. And it was like midnight, and we're just kind of like, fuck. And then here's the other thing. The bigger thing really is kind of how Saturday night ended when I finally went to see Pat Green, the show. We have our tickets. They're great seats.
And this was big because this is his final tour, he said.
No.
Possibly.
It was just that it was, you know what, it turned out, I thought that he was maybe going to announce that this was his last show
This is
ever
our
at
last
Billy.
tour
At
until
Billy
the
Bob's,
next tour.
No, not last tour. I thought it might be his last time ever playing at Billy Bob's. I don't think it is now, but that's what I thought. So anyway, we were there. It's awesome. Our seats are really good. But they have at Billy Bob's, how you watch concerts, it's not like a regular concert venue because it's basically a bar.
Well, it's an H-word talk.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
we know that.
So you sit on what's kind of like almost like a cafeteria tables, you know, like you're just like long wooden tables and you have each chair. So people are supposed to sit down. You're not supposed to stand up during the show. Like, you're allowed if you want once in a while to
will
maybe
Pat reprimand you from the stage if you stand up?
No, it's a rule like of the place. It's just
Oh.
like it's supposed to be. People are not supposed to stand up. It's like supposed to be like classy or something. Or we just sit
How do you
down.
get your line dance on if you can't stand
you go
up? Though?
You can go other places. You know,
Okay.
it's only for concerts. So anyway,
Honestly,
is,
though, for some concert, wouldn't that be great, though? Like,
If
for
everyone
certain
just sat
concerts,
down?
Yeah, certain
Yeah.
ones where you're just like, dude,
See, as a short guy though, yeah, I'm all for that. You guys you have no idea what it's like to be standing behind
I know.
you at a concert.
I know. Well, not just that, dude. Every concert I've ever gone to, I used to go with this girl Samantha all the time to like punk rock shows, and she's like maybe a foot shorter than me. It's like I always thought like everywhere she went, we could be freaking second row to the stage on a main floor situation, and she's still just looking at elbows. Like, she's not looking at shit.
I'll do that a bunch of times when I'm with Gab. I'll just kind of lean down to her size, go, oh,
wow. This is rough.
This is
for
your
you.
view, huh?
Yeah, it happens in movie theaters, packed movie theaters too. It's like, of course, the 7-footer is going to sit right in front of me.
So my buddy Mickey, who was on a last minute thing, is a huge Pat Green fan, flew down Saturday, and we're drinking all day, and we're freaking jacked about Pat Green. And so we're standing a little more than we should. And then, like, dude, about two songs before the end, this guy just comes out and goes, "You guys have been warned once. You're out of here."
Oh,
and we got
Jesus.
fucking kicked out of the show. Yes.
He needs to be better trained.
Dude, I will say this.
You got to be shitting me. You got thrown out of a Pat Green show
Yes.
for standing.
Oh,
I will
man.
say this. We were me and Mickey were definitely drunk, and we were definitely
Sure,
standing more than we
sure.
should have. 100%. But we did not get warned. Like, the guy came down and said, you guys already been warned. You're out of here. And it's like, now we're drunk, and we're kind of like, are you your alcohol's going, the songs, he's right there, and you're getting mad, and now they're walking us out of the fucking place. Threatening that if
Did you try to like explain your situation first, or did you guys go right to high energy screaming and bitching?
No,
and whining?
I think that
Did
we
you
were.
go the angle we were never warned? Did you
I
do that?
would have.
100%. We
Yeah.
said no one has ever said. I do think the people behind our table is who complained for sure.
Yeah, it would seem like they'd be the ones to complain.
No, but like
definitely
directly
suspects.
behind you. Yeah.
No, but like
definitely suspects. at
no,
this
but
point.
more so than just a worker seeing that we're standing up. Like I just think that they said something. But dude, it's this moment where, man, I've been up all day. We've been drinking. We're excited, and they just come down here and
So
say,
Jay, hold on. What's the checklist here? Do you try to stay calm even though you're fucked up and go, hey guys, we haven't been warned? That's one angle.
Yeah, if you can, right?
Yeah,
But at some
and if they
point
go,
you realize it's zero tolerance and you're being removed, and that's when you lose your shit. Right?
what's the next level? If they go, no guys, you have been warned. You're drunk. You don't remember it. You're out of here. What's the next play?
You
'Cause I
ask
have a-
super, super nice. You try to charm them. Like, oh man, come on.
See,
you might even try to slip them a 50.
Okay, I wasn't even thinking bribery. I was thinking at first. The second play is, guys, we flew here all the way from Detroit, man. We're like the biggest fans in the world. We would never want to be disruptive.
Can we just stand off to the side?
Yeah.
we kind of tried that, dude. We kind of said, hey, and the problem is, again, emotions are kind of high, but we did try to be like, dude, can we just sit? We'll go in the back. We won't sit down anymore. We won't be on the tables. And they just, I don't know. Again, and I'm not going to say that we weren't being obnoxious. We probably were. I was definitely standing up decent
It's a
amount.
concert, man. You can sing along and dance.
I know.
I mean, you weren't grabbing chicks by the ass or anything.
Right. When I say obnoxious, I just mean like the fact, like, he'd freaking start a song and I just get up like, fuck yeah, fuck, But we definitely
can't help it. There's no way he wasn't going to spring to his feet and scream "fuck yeah" while pointing at the stage.
So when I say obnoxious, like we were not at a level that we were like at other tables, and like
just having a good time.
But we were having a good time.
That just sounds weird, doesn't it? You're at a concert sitting at like a picnic table and don't sit on your hands. I mean, that's crazy.
Luckily, it really was. Honestly, it was during a song. I don't remember even the song because at the time it just became such a thing. But as we're walking out, to be honest, he played his closers, so we really only missed a song and a half. But still, it was.
So, given that experience, do you ever go back to that H-word tonk again?
Yeah, I would still do it. But
really,
I wouldn't. Sounds like you were mistreated.
I would write a letter. He should write a letter to them, a complaint letter, right? Demand a refund.
Well, we want it done by tomorrow.
I would write Pat Green a letter too. Yeah.
I don't know, man. You
could write Pat Green an apology letter for the disturbance caused by your behavior, and then I would write the venue a letter and demand a refund because you were thrown out at the best part of the show.
It was yeah, dude. We got pretty mad though, dude. So the problem is then it got to a point where then you could understand why we were getting thrown out. Like we didn't get it at first, but then we get mad. We're like, are you kidding me?
Then you earned it.
Yeah, then we kind of earned it after that a little bit.
Which is kind of, if you've exhausted all opportunity to get back in and keep your seat, I don't mind flying, blowing the lines out a little bit and if we're going to get thrown out of here, I'm going to give you reason to throw me out of here. You know
what was
kind of thing.
Bullshit? I will tell you this.
What were you doing? Were you screaming, fuck you, motherfucker?
No,
like, shit like that?
But we were just like, I don't
take a swing.
No, God, no. But I will say this. So this was bullshit. We were right at the very edge, right about at the door where they're really like, dude, no, you're out of here. They're starting to threaten cops, to be honest, at this point. And
it must have been bad.
Yo, can you imagine drunk E?
Not just the run-of-the-mill stand up a couple times.
Yeah.
No, this was bad.
We were standing up.
This is a guy who will literally, if we started playing Pat Green songs, we could bring him to tears while he's sitting here.
But this is the bullshit, though, dude. We were sitting at that freaking at the exit, and he says he brings the manager in, who says she goes, were you warned? Did you warn these people? And she goes, yes, they were warned. I'm like, no fucking chance were we warned. Not once were we warned.
Were you warned?
What's up?
Were you warned?
No.
No. It
was bullshit, but oh well.
So what did he close with? I've got friends
not
places.
Pat Green.
Whiskey.
Wave on wave.
Man, I love that NASCAR race. Is it that one?
No.
Is that Pat Green?
No. I should say though, I hung out with also the listeners that hooked us up with the key to the city. That the two sisters that had the connection.
Did you get thrown out of their bar too? I'm seeing a pattern.
Seriously.
Jay, when was the last time you were tossed out of a venue?
I know.
I know. But they were fucking incredible. It was really cool to hang out. I got Craig Backus, part of the listener business page.
Nice.
I had dinner with him and his wife. And his wife admitted that I was her favorite on the show.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, so she's a liar too. Wow, great.
So she's a
liar. Did you ask her for examples? Like, what is it that makes you? She actually said you're my favorite on the show.
Yep, that's what she said.
Wow, boy, oh boy. I didn't think I could lose respect for a Bacchus, and boom, there it is. It happened just that quick.
Anyway, that's what I go.
So you had fun, E. You didn't get too carried away, and everything went swimmingly the whole weekend.
Other than that, no. Other than that, it was a great weekend for sure.
Well, you must be in the mood to sing a little bit,
Oh, jeez.
Douglas! And then we're gonna find our best friend Doug, and then we're gonna give him a hard hug.
Come on, Jesus.
Doug!
Doug.
Well
Good
done,
job,
Jesus.
Ian.
Hey, now's the time. Contact Realtor Doug Steiner. Call him at 248-765-1781. I'm sorry, 765-1781. He and the team at Century 21 Campbell will work to get you the absolute best deal on the sale and or purchase of your home. Doug's the man, easy to work with, and a great friend of the show. So call Douglas today, 248-765-1781.
Watched quite a bit of tackle ball over the weekend. Not really many good games.
No,
the Eagles game is going right now. Saints Eagles. That was the last of the 4 games over the weekend. But Most of them were pretty much blowouts.
Okay.
So it was kind of boring, or they got away. Like the Colts made a run towards the end to get a little bit closer, but
Yeah.
it was kind of a blowout early.
So AFC, we're down to Chiefs and New England. Did I hear correctly that New England, this is their 8th straight conference championship game? Can you imagine,
dude,
being a tackle ball fan in that town,
no,
having your team go to the conference championship 8 straight years?
8 straight years. And the Super Bowl like 5 or something.
Remember
like,
how the Pistons remember when the Pistons did that? Like 6, right?
Yeah, I think it was 6. Yeah.
Remember how it was just like boring?
Yeah. Gets to a point where it's like, wake me up when the finals start. If they get into the finals, I totally remember
regular
that.
season game. Are you kidding me?
First round of the playoffs? Yeah. You got a suite for the first round of the playoffs? Cute. Wake me up when the finals get here. I mean, that's where it gets. I don't know if tackle ball would get like that, but
because there's so few games.
Can you imagine?
Wow,
dude. I mean, Troy was asking me. We were watching some of the game earlier, and it was like, is this the best? He was like, do you think this is the best dynasty ever? I'm like, without a doubt. There's no question. You think about it, like the Cowboys had their run in the 90s, the Niners in the 80s, Steelers in the 70s, whatever before that, who cares? But dude, this is going on close to 20 years.
Yeah, the modern age. This is the biggest one.
I mean, seriously.
The Yankees have a run in the 30s and 40s.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if you're just talking tackle ball, though, teams have had a strong decade.
They had They had a run, right?
Who did?
The Canadians.
Yep, Montreal. Sure. The Edmonton Oilers did.
Yeah, tackle ball. There's nothing. There's
tackle
nothing
ball. Dude,
like it.
when was he drafted? 02, Brady? And they like 03 or 04, they were in the Super Bowl and like his second season or whatever. And they've just been great since then. I mean, it's coming up close to 20 years. It's unbelievable.
2000
he was drafted. Yeah. 02 was that his first Super Bowl then? I guess probably whatever. So yeah, I mean, it's still fun to watch playoff tackle ball, but we learned today it's unfortunately not as strong as E was there at singing the Doug song. It's not going to be him performing at halftime of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Maroon 5, right?
Yeah, Maroon 5.
Along with Travis Scott.
Who's Travis? Is it a country guy, I'm assuming?
No.
Travis Scott?
Who's Travis Scott?
Travis Scott is like the biggest hip-hop rap artist.
Well, get Lil Wayne if you want. He must be from Atlanta. Is he from
I don't think he's from Atlanta. I think he's from St. Louis. But Big Boy is from Atlanta, from Outkast.
Big Boy, yeah. Exactly. He'll be there. How do we feel about the Maroon 5?
Yeah, whatever. What's his name? Super talented.
Adam Levine. Actually, the whole band is. I don't.
Yeah,
I know
they're one of those. If you really listen to their catalog, you'd be like, oh shit, that's them too. That's them too. That's them too.
You'd be shocked at how many big hits they have. Yeah. Like massive hits.
They're good at what they do.
It's hard because it's easy to lump them into that kind of pussy. Like Adam Levine has such a high range, and there's a lot of ballads, but his lyrics are clever and funny a lot of times. He's just talking about fucking chicks and
never really listened to his lyrics.
Yeah. I went to that me and Beth went to that Valentine's show they did. It was like Valentine's Day. They happened to be at the Palace. And we went to that, and they wore all red, the whole band, and like did this. It was like this whole love thing.
Not Maroon?
No. And it was, I kind of felt weird being there, but they were just really good.
Yeah.
And, I've said it before. I saw them open for the Stones. Like when their first album came out, I was like, oh, these homos.
Yeah.
They fucking blew me away.
Hey, isn't Travis Scott, isn't that Kylie Jenner's dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's huge, Mike. You never heard of Travis Scott?
Dude, I can't tell
you.
You
think
the
of
last
Travis Tritt?
Maybe. I was just like, well, I don't know the name, but I go to the record store now, and I don't recognize anybody.
I think he's on the cover of Rolling Stone right now. Yeah. Him and Drake.
Yeah, Drake I've heard of.
Yeah. Shit, what's his big song? Sicko Mode?
Travis Scott?
Yeah.
See, how do you know him? Is that just like his radio airplay?
His kids too. I mean,
my boys love that shit.
But if you never turn on the radio, if you listen exclusively to like talk or your Spotify, I don't go many places.
I would think Travis Scott would have came across your radar.
Gross. No, honestly, he hasn't. I mean, Outkast, I know. It's kind of a shot to Maroon 5 a little bit because they're like, oh man, the NFL was struggling to find anybody who would fill this slot because of Colin Kaepernick taking a knee.
Right.
So Maroon 5 sending the signal that they do not care about police brutality or basically black people for that matter. I think that's a clear message being sent by Maroon 5. And no, I'm glad for them. That should be good. I mean,
Yeah, I
imagine
think they set it up where certain funds are going from the NFL to social justice
really.
accounts. Yes.
God, can Colin just be like, oh, by the way, we haven't had one of those stories in months and months. I'm just gonna put my knee on the ground and let everyone go back to normal. So
just standing over here with my Mr. Microphone here.
I don't need to feel guilty about playing at the Super Bowl. God forbid. So yeah. Anyway, Sunday, February 3rd, 2019. That'll be on CBS, and we kind of knew that anyways.
Yeah.
They tweet out. Or,
I thought it was already well
Ellen?
known that they were going to be
I think the only question was whether they were going to duck out of it because of all the pressure that they were getting from Twitter and so forth.
Didn't Ellen ask him about that? And he's like, that's just a rumor, but he wouldn't confirm it. So they sent it out on Twitter today and confirmed that it's going to be them. So,
dude, I got a little sidetrack this weekend. You guys ever see the Netflix series Tidying Up with Marie Kondo? She's this little fairy-like Japanese woman. She probably stands 4'2", and she's this little Japanese woman who I guess has taken the world by storm on YouTube already and through books on organization.
Oh, I've seen these people before.
Yeah, they have a certain way of folding clothes and putting them in dressers such that you can get so much bigger
twice
quantity.
As many
and just getting rid of non-essentials and so forth.
Closet space, utilizing every square inch of your closet space.
So this is one of the very rare weekend days. I can count them on one hand in the last 20 years where Gab goes, you know what? I think I'm just going to go home and just like watch some TV and lay around. I'm like,
oh my God, did she put on 20 pounds in a day?
Right.
Like immediately?
So she goes, I heard this is a good show. So she throws on this Tidying Up with Marie Kondo. And she gets like halfway into the episode, and Marie Kondo's first move is to make these near hoarders. By the way, they pick these couples that are ridiculous.
Yeah, and they'll go right back to that once she's gone.
Yeah, absolutely,
for sure.
Borderline hoarders. She comes in, she blesses the house and everything.
Good.
There's all this uncomfortable hugging, and there's a translator there. It's really uncomfortable. But the first thing she does is she says, "We will tackle the clothing now." And
clothing.
So show me all the clothing. And so they go through their house and open every freaking closet. And it's just packed with, old pastel shit and old flannel everywhere. And she goes, you will take out the clothing and put it on your bed and stack. And so they take it all out and they stack it up, and it's a fucking mountain. And the point is, you're supposed to go, oh my God, it's supposed to shame you.
Yeah.
It's supposed to shame you into getting rid of that shit.
It's a horrible feeling.
Gab is laying there going, I'm going to do that.
I knew it.
She stands up.
I knew it. I knew Gab was going to be like halfway through an episode, pause.
20 minutes in, the shit's paused, and she's got her whole wardrobe on her bedroom floor.
Oh my God.
And she's now going through, should I keep this? Should I keep that? What the fuck? Can't you relax, man?
No, of course she can't relax. Did you honestly think she was going to be able to sit there?
No, I thought she was going to fall asleep. That's usually what she does. Immediately fall asleep. Like, oh,
dude, this is your fault.
Again.
When she said, "Oh, I've heard good things about this show," you should have seen. Like, she's going to get whiff of some superwoman coming in and teaching you how to clean everything, and she's going to go for it. How about we watch Batman?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, I like shows like that though. I like shit like that, like where you get a before and after. There's something satisfying about it.
Very satisfying.
American Pickers or Super Nanny, that sort of shit. And this actually reminds me of Super Nanny. Remember that English chick Joe would pull up in an English style taxi and get out and meet the family, and the little runts are running everywhere, and she'd smack them around and have them in order.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sort of Martha Stewart-y meets Super Nanny, but
I think that's helped a lot of young families, by the way.
That's Super Nanny?
Yeah. I think a lot of young people have watched that with young kids and learned from Joe. I think there's a few of those.
Yeah, I think a lot of young parents are just reluctant to discipline. And so when you see her just like, no, you will not do that. Yeah. And they're like, oh, we can talk to our children like that? Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can hit them too if you want.
It's important that you do so the rest of us don't have to.
But this little Marie, whatever her name is, her thing is, you look at every item and go, does this bring joy? And if it doesn't, you lay it in a pile and you go, thank you.
So
you thank it for its service, and then it's out the fucking door.
Can you imagine if Gab was like, I need you to pull all my stuff out, Jay, and just judge whether it brings joy or not?
Her unmentionable drawer was excellent. It was a lot of fun. We actually went through it. Does this bring joy? Yes. Does this bring joy? Yes.
Dude, it would have been all lingerie, panties, and bras on the bed. That's it. Everything else she owns would have been thrown away if it was like, Jay, You're going to decide what brings happiness.
It's
to
funny.
The
We
wardrobe.
kept the whole panty drawer.
Yeah.
Nothing was thrown out of that.
Goddamn, no way.
Bra and panties.
Yes.
But then, dude, oh my God, does she have a lot of just, shit that everybody has? You just accumulate it, but it's still good. It hasn't worn out, but you'd never wear it because you're going to choose 5 things before that one.
Right.
And so it was not bringing her joy.
Dude, I unloaded bags and bags and bags because at prepping this house to sell, it was like you want people to come in and be able to see a closet that's cluttered. So it was like, okay, just keep out what you want, just like the bare necessities, and then box what you want to keep, but doesn't have to be in there right now, and then we'll donate the rest. And so I went through. That was my job, was to go through all this, dude.
Isn't it liberating? It's the best. I love it.
It's terrifying, honestly. It looks like such an overwhelming task to see this mountain of shit, but it's almost embarrassing when it's like, I can't believe I have this much crap that I haven't worn in 10 years. And it's like,
I think that's a normal reaction. I think that's how every American is when they pull that shit out of there. That really, honestly,
shocking.
That is your normal reaction to go, I can't believe I've done this. I can't believe it.
I mean, I took garbage, like big black garbage bags filled with clothes to Goodwill, just tons of them. Probably should have hooked you guys up with some stuff, but yeah, it's bad. So how far did she get?
She got almost through. There's about, I don't know, a fifth of her wardrobe still on our floor.
Really?
But she kept at it and did, But
she gonna keep going through the whole house?
One side of the room is going to be bagged.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's been chucked in that side of the room.
When she gets to the drawers.
Yes. So then Sweet Pie does her room at the same time. I'll do mine too. She runs in there. Everything's on her floor.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Were you going to do this, E?
I kind of did clean my room up pretty, like, for me, I went through, because remember when I had my grievance about thank you cards and how I got rid of a bunch recently, despite the fact that I've kept them all these years. So I kind of did this recently.
It's funny, Miguel. When we were off, what was it, Thursday or Friday?
Yeah.
We decided to film our bedrooms and put it in member content.
Oh, no shit.
So give a little tour through our bedrooms.
Sure.
I figured, our bedrooms probably look just the same. Me and
Sure.
So those are in there.
What were the rules? You can't touch a damn thing. Just go in there and film.
I'm the one who came up with it, right?
Well,
I just said
he did his room, and I'm like, dude, let's do. Yeah, I'll do mine as well, and let's talk about whether there's.
Yeah, it wasn't like I sat there, like Jay bullied me into it, or I said, I'm gonna hide things.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing that happened is I realized, I don't have anything. Like, Isis has a room like a 20-year-old would have, where there's CDs, there's shit. He's got baggies with old confetti from when the Pistons won the championship.
Right.
Yeah.
He's got a cactus thing that was a prop in his first 8th grade play. Was it first 8th grade or?
It was like 3rd grade, but whatever.
3rd 8th grade or
no?
3rd grade.
3rd grade.
So he's got this thing from 3rd grade sitting in there. He's got old.
He has something from 3rd grade. Wow.
That's when, and then I look in my room. I'm like, dude, I got the douchiest
mirror.
I have the douchiest, just middle-aged white guy friggin' bedroom ever.
Like what?
It's just, I live with a woman, Mike.
Yeah, I got it.
I literally have a chandelier in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've got
Do you have
matching
a TV,
drapes.
Mirror.
We have a TV, but we don't have cable.
Oof. Do you have a PlayStation or anything in there?
No, we got nothing.
Oh, no. Gotta get Super Mario in there or something.
No, I don't have that.
So. Yeah, so if you look around, is there anything hanging on the walls?
There's
like
just
art?
Pictures. Yeah, there's pictures.
Family?
There's a mirror.
God, it's just your family on the wall.
No, it's like our extended family too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I go in the bathroom. It's like, all right, this is just like a chick's bathroom, right?
You've got your cup with toothbrush.
Yeah, right. And then I go in the closet. And I'm like, I don't know. I've got a half yellow MyPillow that Lindell made me custom.
Oh yeah.
I had like one other thing that I grabbed. I'm like, this is. Isis is like showing us pictures from 1982 and shit, and I'm just like,
oh, that's funny as hell, man. Oh, I gotta watch those. I didn't see them. I was kind of out of commission, but it's funny.
You know what? Just real quick, when you were talking, it just reminded me when you were talking about that show that you watched, because you were doing the voice of, yes, goodbye or whatever.
Yeah.
When we were down killing time in the day, we were watching, for some reason, our TV in the Airbnb we had just didn't have great cable, so we put on like the Game Show Network, and we were watching old match games from like the 70s. And match game where they like something was so blank that, and then all the celebrities go, oh, he was so big or whatever. Yeah. So he did one that it was supposed to be like a Chinese man, and he full on is doing the voice.
The impression?
Yes.
Oh, very good.
On a freaking national television freaking game show. He's going like, oh, me a very good, or like I don't do a very good
Sure.
voice like Mike
Who
does.
was the host or the?
Yes, the host was reading the question, and
God, dude.
he's like, John was from Taiwan, and I just can't remember what it was, but he's full on doing this,
Yeah,
and
that's the thing people need to remember is like, dude, I was watching some. I can't remember what it was over the weekend, but I was watching some movie, and it was like, they're walking. It's like, nice going, fag. Like they're throwing homo and fag, and just all kinds of shit. You just can't say now. You just cannot say it. It's like,
well, and then like
we're going to shame everybody for what they said 20, 30, 40 years ago. I mean, it was a different time. You have to understand that.
well, then the Family Feud, and I forget what the name is, but it's kind of the one that the host of a lot of people probably the big one from the
Richard Dawson.
Yeah,
Dick
yeah,
Dawson
Kissing everybody.
Kissed every
So
chick in there.
gross.
Yeah.
As they're
so.
like just reeling back.
Like, when I wonder
15-year-old girls
Yes.
too. Yeah.
when he started doing that, I wonder when he started it, did he ever ask somebody that it was become a, you know what I mean? Like, did it become a thing and he just,
Oh,
or
it was flattering. He would
Right.
like walk up to the thing and
hit
just,
on
like,
all of them?
He would just like
Oh, yeah, he'd
elbow on the
lean
thing
over,
and lean
yeah.
in and just come here, give me a kiss. He'd kiss the chicks right on the lips or right on the cheek, wherever
Even
he
as a
wanted.
little kid, you knew that was creepy as fuck.
Yeah, there was
you looked at
something
that guy
odd
and went,
about it.
that guy, that's
Wait,
not right.
He was
man."
just too chill and smooth
Yeah.
and elbow leaning on the counter. So what do you think? Top 5 answers on the board.
Ugh.
I'd like to
Survey
see that
says-
dude at a bar, man. Imagine back in the day,
Oh.
dude, when that show was freaking kicking and he's
Yeah.
kissing all these girls. You just walked, if you walked in and saw him at the bar, you'd be like, yep, that's me. Survey says.
Yeah. It's funny, man. That's funny watching those old game shows. A lot went on towards the end of the week. I was pissed that we weren't on because,
Oh, the Schumer Pelosi
oh my God, dude, the
rebuttal
memes
and the Trump.
going around. That was so funny, so stupid. Our government is still technically shut down at this point.
Yeah.
What was this, day 25? Longest shutdown ever. Is anyone feeling it? I mean, I know we're just devastated for TSA employees, apparently, whose checks will be coming in full,
Right.
but are delayed
Yeah.
right now. So, yeah, I mean,
I mean, it's not something to totally scoff at. There are a lot of people who need their freaking paycheck. Every one.
I
of them.
know, but you can go, okay, there's 800,000 people that got a $500 bonus too coming, TSA people anyways. And, or you can go, well, there's a lot of dead people too. We don't want to scoff at that when you talk about, you're making a molehill, a mountain out of a molehill when you talk about closing the border or building a wall or the government, anything like that. But it's just so comical. Trump did that 8-minute speech. Did you happen to see it? Did you?
Yeah, very low energy, man. I
Yeah.
remember him doing I know he hasn't done an Oval Office one before then, but another podium speech where maybe it was like introducing one of his justices that he picked. I'm not sure, but it's the same lack of energy where it's almost like he's bummed. Like, fine, I'll just read your speech writers.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he knows that he's not allowed to say anything off script, so he's just kind
Right.
of bummed about it.
Yeah, it is.
He's just there reading, like, yes,
he's-
fellow Americans, we need to protect the border.
He still has those pursed lips and it looks weird, but it's like, okay, America, it's time to get serious about this. And he wants to, it's like he's trying to, all of a sudden out of nowhere, sell the side that fucking despises him.
Oh, I know.
He's trying to sell them. He doesn't need to sell his base on the wall. And so Lindsey Graham came out today and said, I met with the president for 30 minutes ago, and he's up for making a deal.
Yeah.
We need to get people in the room and make a deal.
He is a war hawk, but he is a dove on immigration.
I'm like, Lindsey, he's always been up for making a deal. Like, what?
Why didn't he do it 2 years ago?
That's
Honest
a
to
great
God.
question. No, that's a great question.
It just again goes to my major annoyance of government that they can only handle like one thing at a time.
Right,
yeah.
Like if you seriously sat down his policymakers and were like, why didn't you do this before? Well,
Yeah.
we had taxes.
I mean,
We had to do that.
healthcare. Don't
Taxes
forget.
and healthcare.
Who was the younger guy, good weightlifter guy, Paul.
Yeah, Paul,
Paul.
Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House. Yeah. He was all about, that he was going, it was healthcare.
Yeah.
It's like, well, get Lindsey Graham working on fucking the wall
Yeah.
money then. You've got the numbers.
2 balls in the air. Too much to
Yeah.
ask.
Let's go, man. Come on. Chop, chop. You got thousands of employees. Let's do this. Because you knew we were going to get to this point. And it's like, oh, now everything stops. Good luck. Good luck, fuckface. And this, I guess the reason I get so frustrated is just because it's like, we know what the truth is. We know what's going on.
Yeah, we know $5 billion is a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
This isn't about the money.
It's nothing to do with the money. It's not. It's
prohibiting
just
a Trump
games.
win.
Yes. That
But
Pelosi and Schumer, that whole side absolutely knows with 100% certainty if enhances their chance of winning 2020 if he doesn't get this promise
if he
done.
doesn't get this wall, he is going to get. I mean, his entire base will be gone.
Yeah.
I already
It's
think
over.
he's going to get killed. Well, I shouldn't say that. He is going to get beaten in the election.
Yeah.
In 2020.
Yeah.
Badly in my view, in my opinion. But if he doesn't get the wall,
Yeah. I know. It's
what?
Dude, seeing these asswipes, these fucking people in politics coming out and it's like you can almost see the email that they all got where it's like they've got those buzzwords they're all saying. It's like all the talking heads and all the politicians going round and round on all the news cycles.
Same talking
this is
points.
a manufactured crisis. It's like one person said manufactured crisis, and then it's like you just see it all morning, afternoon, and night through the middle of the night. That's all they're saying is manufactured crisis.
Became a term of art though, because if it's a certain level of crisis and if it meets a statutory definition, then it allows him to put the military proceeds toward it, to declare an emergency and put dollars toward it without waiting for the budget dollars to be.
And it sounds like he can do that. At some point he can go, this is an emergency. He's got
sounds like it.
Yes, for sure. Because he's got that kind of authority. The president is given that kind of authority.
There's a lot of people who disagree with you.
I don't think so, man.
You don't think so?
No, I don't. I think the president absolutely has the authority to do that.
Okay,
he'll get
constitutional
sued.
scholar.
Well, I'm just saying I've listened to a lot of constitutional scholars
I've listened to a lot too who say it's done, dude. If he does that, there'd be a district court that'll put an injunction so quick that'll go ultimately up to the Supreme Court and he will lose.
See, I've heard the exact opposite, that he would win easily in that that the president has that kind of authority. I mean, I don't know. I don't know everything. But a lot of presidents have done this thing. This isn't new, but usually, I don't know.
Does that make it right, Mike?
No, it doesn't. You don't like the idea of that, especially because your guy, whether it's
that's the thing. Everybody on Trump's side, the red team got so mad when Obama did this, when he acted without Congress. And in large part, it's Congress's fault for just giving over their power to a president. And here we are looking to our king, our president, to help us and to guide us through life. It shouldn't be like that. It really should be a sausage-making procedure in Congress, a lot of this stuff, and not led by just the whim of a president.
Well, it's turned into this I don't care what the other side says, and pick a side. It doesn't matter. My side believes this, so the other side is dead wrong, and we will not budge on this. We won't move an inch. And it's like, you know what? This idea that you're willing to shut everything down and fuck what's best for the country. This was one of the topics that they could both agree on for decades. We got to do something about the border. We need some sort of a barrier, a wall, better security. This influx of people flooding in, from wherever, isn't right. It's a strain on the system. It can bankrupt you. We can't have this. And now all of a sudden, because it's Trump, here we sit.
Walls are immoral.
Walls are immoral. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. And it's so irritating to sit and watch these people squabble about this, because I don't think Trump is a racist who just like these fucking browns and blacks trying to come into our country. No, I don't think that at all. This is a promise he made. The country voted him in basically on this promise.
Well, I think he just took some action, or at least asked people to look into the possibility of increasing H-1B visas, which go to educated people, more people like say in the tech industry or in medical. And those, in my understanding, are a lot of brown people as well.
Sure.
So that would counter that sort of notion that he's just out to stop immigration, to stop brown people. No, it could be that he's seeking a reasonable immigration policy where you let people in who could help the country and keep those out who may hurt the country.
Crazy. What an asshole. I mean, Lindsey Graham was talking about,
Lindsey Graham,
Warhawk.
He's a dove on immigration, though.
He was talking about how, I think I don't want to speak for the president, but I think he would do something with DACA. We'll get these deferred action people, let them stay. And then something else about
he was willing to do that 6 months ago.
I know. It's like, dude, what changed? What is it? What you think one little Rand Paul fucked the whole thing up for you? Really? Ugh, it's just so frustrating. But we see where it goes when you watch these programs because it's like, oh, Trump wants to do this. I can tell you exactly what MSNBC, CNN, ABC, CBS, what their stand is going to be. And you just get this rhetoric turning over and over day after day after day after day. And,
So you're watching it again?
No, I haven't, but I know what the game is now. I mean, I watched some of it because I think I watched everything on Netflix over 4 days and I ran out of shit.
You didn't watch Tidying Up with Marie Kondo?
No, I didn't. I knew you had that angle covered. And so you watch enough of it, and it's like you can feel the anger from people. You can feel how these people are shaping the narrative in the country, whether it's Fox News or MSNBC. And if people just want to gin up and play that game, you get that this video is a couple weeks old, but we didn't watch it yet because we were off. But that vape shop employee, did you see that video?
No.
The guy in the Georgia man found himself without a job after a verbal altercation. So it's basically a vape shop. This guy's going in to buy some juice for his wife, and he's wearing a MAGA hat and a Trump T-shirt. And the guy behind the counter is not having it, and he really kind of loses his shit. And it's one of my favorite videos of all time. Maybe it's 4 minutes long. We might have to watch all 4 minutes. Yeah, it's a doozy. But this is how people are treating each other in public. So go ahead, Isis. You can hit play there.
Georgia, and I have just been asked to leave the store. He greeted me. That was nice. I did find the item that I wanted, and the next thing he said was that he'd like me to leave.
If you do not stop recording in my store, I'm going to call the police and ask you to leave now.
Please call that would be awesome. That'd be awesome. We can call Fox 5 and all sorts of stuff. I would like to purchase something here. Please do call your boss because I will be calling corporate.
Go for it.
I am looking forward to releasing this video because I just want to purchase something.
Fuck off, dude. Fuck off. Get the fuck off in here, man. Fuck, man. Fucking can't stand your racist motherfuckers.
Racist?
Yeah.
Black guy standing there.
Right?
I'm not a racist.
Right, I got a fucker in my store. You won't leave.
In my store.
Some Trump bullshit. Got some racist bullshit all up in his head and shit. I don't fucking.
Got some racist bullshit. What?
Up in his head, it sounds like.
He's a treasonous asshole.
I don't have a problem with you, sir. Whatsoever. I just want good health care for my kids. I don't have a problem with the color of your skin or yours. I'd like to purchase some of this naked.
This guy's gonna get so mad.
That'd be all right. All right, see, because here's where we're at.
Leave the store.
Here's where you're at.
Leave the store.
Here's
Leave the store.
Here's where
Leave the store. Oh my God. Fuck off. I don't give a fuck. Get out.
Dude, go ahead, take another swing at it. Make contact with me one more time. I'm gonna make a deal with you. I want to purchase that vape juice.
No.
If you sell it to me, I won't. If you sell it to me, I won't. Look, if you sell it to me, I won't call the police. What you did was assaulted me. What I need is that for my wife. If you sell it to me, I won't call the fucking cops and press charges on you for assault. I won't call corporate and get you fired. Just sell me the fucking product so I can leave.
What do you want?
Naked in the strawberry in a fucking 6 milligram.
Where do you see naked?
Right here. This shit. Where is it?
Where
this?
the fuck do you see?
Right
my
there.
God.
Here. Right next to that.
Humanity.
In a 6 milligram.
Yeah.
Make sure it's a 6
Oh,
milligram.
he's gonna lose it even more.
Have to come back.
No, you're not fucking coming back to my store, homie. I'm
Your
making
store.
sure of that.
His store.
Yeah, my store.
Fuck out of here, dude. Oh my fuck.
He's so mad.
God bless America. Capitalism wins again.
Fuck you, capitalism. Fuck you, fucking president. He's a racist, stupid piece of shit. You're
Whatever.
a racist,
Just ring the shit up.
stupid piece of shit.
Just ring the shit up, fuckboy.
Fuck off.
Do my bidding.
Do my bidding.
Man, fuck, get out.
Sell it to me. No, sell it to me. Sell it to me, punk.
Here it comes.
Call the cops.
It's your job, your freedom. Sell me the shit.
Fuck it, you can be.
No. Sell it to me.
Nope.
Sell it to me.
Fuck off.
I can't believe
Come
the
on.
black guy isn't
Ring it
recording
up.
this.
I know.
Ring it up and you don't ruin your life. That's where you're at right now. Because you done upset me. And you should have helped him first in the first place before you threw a temper tantrum, dipshit. He's standing here waiting for you to ring him up. How fucking...
Get out!
Simple. Help your customer.
Fuck off!
Oh my God.
Fuck off!
Wow.
Oh my God. Laughing at the camera.
Passive aggressive motherfucker in the trunk.
Yeah.
Trump shit.
You got a business card here?
We are going to be here all day. Get out!
I'm cool with it. I'm recording. You got a business card for your manager or anything
Fuck
like
no.
that?
I ain't giving you fucking dick.
Oh, man.
I'm giving you dick, you
This is phenomenal. God bless America and everybody in it. I love you, sir. I don't even know you. I love you, too. And God bless you.
This is about money.
This is about money. I just want to bring this thing home to my wife. You know?
This is about money.
Man, this got nothing to do with skin color.
I'm not selling
This has
you
nothing to do with skin color.
This is about money, man.
Look, I like having a little bit more money in my paycheck. I like paying less for my kids' health care. I got nothing to do with skin color, bro.
I'm not selling you dick.
I'm sorry, bro. You gotta go through this, but
Wow, man. God bless you. Hey, check it out. He's still your president. Go fuck yourself.
Fuck you.
Oh my God.
God,
Isn't
man.
that spectacular? Some people are going, this has got to be fake. This has to be fake. Apparently not. This is Xhale City. It's one of the biggest vape places in the South.
Okay.
I guess they've got a bunch of locations. That guy's name is Ian Ferguson. He was fired immediately. The company had to come out and be like, yeah, we do not.
That's not how we handle
That's
things.
not how we handle customers with opposing political views. We do not throw them out. So, yeah, Ian Ferguson said that the employee greeted him and then told him to leave the store. Oh, Ian Ferguson was the guy in the Trump shirt. So he was wearing the T-shirt and the Make America Great Again. So Xhale City, we value our clients and treat them with respect and dignity regardless of their political affiliation. In a subsequent video on their Facebook page, Ferguson was back in the store with employees from corporate. He said people swarmed the store with criticism over what happened, but said the employee look, it wasn't the store. It's just this shitbag that was responsible. Don't come after them. I guess people were going to the store just like,
Right.
fuck that ginger asshole that freaked out. So it's
What a
yeah.
baby. He's
I know.
losing. Just at the top of his lungs. It was a temper tantrum.
No.
Dude.
Yeah, it's worth watching, honestly, just to see it, because you actually see him doing that.
People need to fucking turn off the news and go take a walk, man.
This
This is becoming way too big a part of your life, everybody, if that's how you react to shit like that.
Well, that's the thing. It's like that. Do you think there's anything you could possibly say that would turn that guy's feelings no matter what? Like, he is watching programs every day that are feeding him. This person is pure evil. He's the worst thing since Hitler. And when you churn that every day, you churn guys like this out who are willing to scream in someone's face, "Fuck off! Get out of my store!" Because he's wearing a Trump hat.
Sir.
Can you imagine someone reacting like that if someone came in with that fucking Obama shirt?
Right.
You know, that big painted graffiti one and an Obama hat, and someone reacted like that.
People need meaning in their lives.
Yeah. Dude, you're already working in a vape store. You know what I mean? Like,
Great point.
you know, I don't know where you go from here. So tell me, it looks like you were at a good run at Xhale Vape. What happened there? You look kind of familiar, by the way. Not too many gingers screaming their heads off on video. So, yeah, we'll see where it goes. But anyway.
Hey, everybody. As the original and longest running sponsor, Zott Ford and Holly wants to thank and wish all of you a happy and prosperous new year. To celebrate this joyous event, the enthralling deals are back in full effect right now at Zott Ford. Lease a new 19 Ford Fusion Hybrid, yes, a hybrid, as low as $82 a month. Or if a big badass truck is more your thing, lease a new 19 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 as low as $133 a month. Surf their astounding deals and massive inventory at dealsinthed.com.
Man, can you believe that story about Jayme Closs?
Dude, that's one kidnap victim where you're just like, yeah, she did. She did,
Yeah,
right? Like
did,
3 months later.
Although
Come on.
it was kind of weird that she disappears the same day her parents were murdered. And so you go, oh boy, you know, every once in a while it's like, some girl talks a boyfriend into murdering her parents and will run away together.
Yeah.
You know, but you just don't know. And the family's desperately been looking for this 13-year-old girl who shows up out of nowhere on the streets while a woman's walking her dog the other day. And she's been missing since before Halloween.
Still in Wisconsin, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 85 miles away, something like that, from where she was abducted.
And the cops are saying her bravery and courage and, you know, finding the will to keep going is what brought her back. So little 13-year-old girl, she broke this case. Sheriff Fitzgerald said Jayme was found skinny and dirty, but outwardly okay. My guess is inwardly very much not okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be a problem. So she escaped from the cabin she was being held at in a rural Wisconsin area.
Some little weenus 21-year-old guy.
Dude,
You see this cat?
Do you have pictures of him? He's on there somewhere. I know I saw him and I was like, really?
Just looks
Why
like a
did she just
dick.
beat
Just
his
an
ass?
absolute penis.
Yeah, totally.
Look at him.
Look
at that
Don't
guy.
you think she could just whoop his ass?
Yeah. Right.
Just bite his dick off one day. Honestly, bite his dick off, and when he's rolling around, just fucking run. I'm not gonna tell her how to escape. That's what I would have done.
Maybe.
So,
Well, she got away.
yeah, she
Who knows
did.
what she did?
Dude, when she got away, he was behind her in a car with a gun, hunting her. Yeah. So she was taken from her home in Barron, Wisconsin, October 15th. That's the same day her parents, James and Denise, were found shot dead inside. So this dog walker, Jean Nutter, recognized her immediately and took her to the neighbor's house. The neighbors are the Kasikas. When our neighbor Jean came in with Jamie, she said, get a gun. We don't know if he's after us. So we were armed and ready in case this person showed up. I thought this was weird, too, because he was driving around hunting her. They called 911, and Jamie gave a description of the car. And the kidnapper, that kid we were just looking at, the weenus, Jake Patterson. And so, yeah, they said that this family said 3 officers arrived at the home, took Closs to safety, and told Kristen and their kids to get away from the windows in case Patterson tried to enter. Kristen's husband was asked by police to stand guard outside the door on the upper floor.
Awesome.
Dude, can you imagine the cops are like,
Deputize you on the spot.
yeah, here's a shotgun. We're going to have you stand here on guard.
Sweet.
Get the women and children inside, and all that. That's crazy. So he was arrested a short time later near their home. Police have not identified a motive. This is a true mystery. We believe the first time they met was the night of the incident. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, so he just busts in, shoots the parents, and takes her.
Yeah, I
Wonder
guess.
If he'd been scoping her out, or
Of course, had to have been, right? I mean, she's a cute little girl, right? I mean, I didn't see what she like. 13, fuck, man. Girl's fucked.
Yeah.
Fucked.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, Elizabeth Smart is doing good things.
Yeah, but that's,
and she was 9 or 10 months raped every day by that sick fucker.
Oh yeah. You think Elizabeth Smart is really? She does appear all right. I think.
Yeah, she's out there on the speaking circuit. She's written books. She has 3 kids. By outward appearance, at least, she seems to have.
She does have Ed Smart as a father too. You know,
she played the harp,
she
Mike.
Played the harp, Elizabeth. We wanted to hear Elizabeth play the harp.
She played the harp like an angel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh.
How old was Elizabeth Smart?
I think she was the same, like 13. Yeah, something like that. 14 maybe.
She's now been reunited with her surviving family members. Her aunt Jennifer Smith said she's got a good night's sleep. God is good. He answered our prayers. He certainly did. We've just been overwhelmed by everyone's support. I read that and I'm like, would have been nice if God would have intervened a little bit earlier and stopped the murders first.
Oh my gosh.
Stop the kidnapping, perhaps.
It's evil in this world, Mike.
I know.
Free will and evil.
So anyway, yeah, the kidnapping to avoid that would have been nice. Would have just looked down and fixed that first. So anyway, police believe Patterson killed the couple because he wanted to abduct their daughter. She was the only target. I thought you said you didn't have a motive. That sounds like a motive. So anyway, the subject planned his actions, took many proactive steps to hide his identity from law enforcement. Appears he concealed it from other people, his friends. He lived 3 doors down from the woman who called 911. And I don't mind getting behind this fundraiser. They're like, fundraiser, GoFundMe has been set up. I'm like, yeah, good. She's this poor thing, 13 years old.
Parents are dead.
Parents are both dead. She's smiling. How she's smiling, I don't know.
What do we know about insurance proceeds before we leap onto a GoFundMe?
I don't care what they are. With 2 dead parents, 13 years old, and living in that hell.
What if those parents left, I don't know, 10 mil in insurance proceeds?
In rural Wisconsin?
Who knows? Let's get the facts first.
Yeah, let's load her up with money while the story's hot right now, and she can donate it to charity in the future if she wants.
I'd like to hear the whole factual record, please, before.
So anyway, they've set it up to contribute following Jamie's miracle escape. The official fundraising page was closed on Saturday after it greatly surpassed its goal, raised more than $50,000, which is nice. There's been a lot of confusion
because people are jumping on there creating other accounts.
Of course they are.
Man.
What kind of asswipe?
As soon as they see the kids found, I bet somebody jumped on there and made 3 different accounts.
Of course.
God damn.
Do those ever? They must work, right? I mean, I know they get a lot of money initially, because it's like that happened. Who was the guy we were talking about, the kicker for the Bears?
Cody Parkey or whatever.
Yeah, Cody Parkey. And
what's the process with GoFundMe though? Do you have to wait a certain while before you can collect it, or as it comes in, you can claim it?
I think you have to shut it down before you collect it, but I don't think there's a set time. You can do it for a week, a month, whatever.
So these fake accounts for this chick, you wait till there's $1,000 in it, just close it and grab it before GoFundMe figures it out, or
maybe
what?
I don't know. I've never done that particular one. I don't know, but
Never defrauded the public
no,
via GoFundMe,
no. I just don't know if it's like you can
via crowdsource.
Can you pull it out like a pay mail, like a checking account? I don't know. That's a good question though. If it's like you can just keep it active
is it
and
PayPal,
pull money out.
Venmo, where it's just yours.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't think you have to hit a goal. I think it's whatever comes in, you can have. But yeah. So anyway, there's been dozens popping up. Most falsely claimed to be relatives. As a family, we will get through all of the healing process Jayme has. It'll be a long road, but we are a family and strong. We love this little girl so much. My beloved sister Denise Pooh and brother-in-law Jim.
What?
Is there a Pooh family?
Pooh?
Is that a
As
term
in the bear?
My beloved sister Denise Pooh, Pooh.
Wow.
Miss Pooh.
If you're actually a Pooh, you have to go shirt no pants, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Mrs.
like
Pooh.
Even if you get pulled over and it's like, whoa, indecent exposure, it's like, pull out your ID. No, sorry, hold on. Part of the Pooh family. And then they just go, oh.
This is how we roll.
Yeah.
Hand in a honey jar.
Yeah, we've been doing this. Tigger, would you vouch for me really quick, please?
I like to say Tiga.
Tiga. Yeah.
Little Piglet sitting in the back seat in his onesie. I love Piglet.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy. Dude, can you imagine how funny it would be if in this country there was just one family that was allowed to just go pantsless anywhere they wanted,
Poohs,
from birth to death? It's the Pooh family. That's it.
Just red shirts, red belly shirts.
They're just walking around Pooh bearing it everywhere they go. Yeah, walking around with honey and stuff. So anyway, Denise Pooh and brother-in-law Jim can rest at peace. Keep assuring them Jayme is safe, and we will make sure forever. We all miss them both dearly, and now they know Jayme was the whole world is with family. God is good. Bless you all.
I have to believe at least a call from one Elizabeth Smart is in the near future for Miss Closs.
Yes, I think Elizabeth Smart has already
reached out,
tweeted perhaps.
Okay.
Long road ahead.
That's good. Yeah, that's
I'm here.
First steps.
I could teach you the harp.
I would definitely contact Elizabeth Smart.
Yeah.
Be like, hey man, she made it through 10 to 12 months of this. She knows what I'm talking about.
So they don't reference it in the story. There's not a lot of details yet, but there's not a chance that this girl wasn't just a pincushion for this fucking asshole, right?
Not a chance.
Okay. I mean, that is the motive, is to kidnap someone.
You saw his picture.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not crushing puss
No.
at the bars on the regular. So what is the syndrome? He probably was hoping to what do they call that one where you get attracted to your captors?
Oh, sure.
Stockholm, yeah.
He was hoping that would kick in.
He was hoping a little Stockholm would kick in, and then he'd be all good, and the young couple would fall in love. But no, she broke free. Good for her, man. Good for her. So I can only imagine. I don't even want to think about the shit this asswipe probably did to her.
Then stop bringing it up. You brought it up 4 times.
I know, but I mean, I want us to be aware so we can find the real GoFundMe page, man, and fucking do it.
We're all aware.
I don't know what. Is that bad of me that I'm like, oh man, I still want to know.
What do you want to know?
I want to know details when someone is hurt really bad, or I don't know. Is that bad that I'm curious?
Yeah.
That I'm curious for the story. I don't want to just go, it was.
You know she was
bad.
Raped. You know she was raped. So let's.
Well, they haven't said it.
Okay.
I imagine you're probably right. Well, I don't know why you brought that up. We didn't need to hear about that. But in fact, I need to take a break now. You just bum me out.
I don't know why you need quantity and all this stuff. Quantity and quality of each of the rapes.
I know I'm a monster. I'm sorry. I know that there's other monsters out there that want details too.
No.
So we can go, oh man, he did that to that hole. What? Oh, I didn't want to know that. I did, but I didn't need to know that. And I know there are other pieces of shit out there just like me. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna take a time out. We're gonna flush our brains of all that shit.
Yeah. Start over. Little reset.
We're going to Walmart again. Jay, it seems like we've been in Walmart a few times recently, haven't we?
Draws us there every now and then, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Give me a W.
Boy, oh boy, it is a magnet for a certain class of people, isn't it?
Indeed.
So we'll get to that next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. Cast continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. God, I'm a degenerate piece of shit, Jay.
What now?
Oh, man. Remember that whole incident I had with, reading in front of a second grade classroom?
Yeah, the fisting joke.
Yeah, fisting.
You told a fisting joke in front of a class
I know.
of second
It's
graders.
just inappropriate. It's just not right. Even though it went way over their heads, they didn't even know what I was talking about.
7-year-olds.
Gave me a book with an author by the name of Marcus Pfister. I mean, they expect that I'm going to do. I've got to learn, though, that, not just because it's there doesn't mean you have to take it.
Mhm.
The joke may be there, sitting there, but doesn't mean you always have to take it. And it happened to me again this weekend. And I don't know what it is, if it's insecurities or what, but, T-Roy was here. His daughters are here a lot. He goes out to eat with them a lot, and they come over here and he'll cook for them, so it's like one day Chloe will be here and they'll go out. I think he just got back from dinner with Chloe, but Skylar was here yesterday, and she just got her degree recently. She does makeup and skincare stuff and stuff like that. She's working at a place, and so I was asking her about that as we were having lovely breakfast. And she's like, yeah, well, I was like, yeah, I hate how you get that dry skin in the winter, and you get this going here in the cheeks and the nose. And she's like, you should come in for a cold facial.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
She said facial.
I said, excuse me? She said, you should come in. I'll give you a cold facial.
She said calm and facial at the same time.
Yeah.
God,
Wow.
must
And
have been,
cold facial, which is kind of.
This is like Michael Scott and that's what she said. You're just sitting there.
Yeah, I'm just
dying,
sitting
right?
there, and T-Roy's in his phone. He's
bubbling
looking for
up.
He's just looking at his phone. He's just listening, going, how is this asshole going to respond to this? And I was like, oh, boy, you guys might want to come up with a different name for the cold facial. I figured that was all that needed to be said. She goes, excuse me? Why?
No.
I was like, well, the facial. And Troy just goes, all right, that's enough, man.
He called off the dogs.
He called out, and I was just like,
That's enough,
I
man.
did it again. God dang it. God damn it. I mean,
I know, dude. I'd have a hard time with that.
what was I supposed to do, honestly? Knowing what you know about me, Jay, I mean, was I supposed to just go,
Wait,
that's very
How old is she?
19, 20?
Yeah.
Was that okay to
Roy's daughter. I might.
back off a little bit?
Yeah, I might let that one lie.
Got to a point where he had to go, all right, man, that's
Yeah.
enough.
I would be able to let stuff like that. Like I'm like you, Mike, a little more like you than probably Jay. I wouldn't.
think?
No,
It
but
surprises me.
I wouldn't say anything. But I would have a hard time in my head. Like I would be sitting there like white knuckling it, just like facial.
Well,
facial.
yeah, I mean, someone throws out there, well, you should come by and I'll give you a cold facial. It's like you can't, like, that's that Ephus pitch coming right down the middle, and it's just like, all right, let me just, wow.
Yeah, but in
Just smoke
that
this thing.
business, like facials are a thing. So it's not like she just misspoke or something.
No, I
And
totally
it's
understand
her
that.
giving you a facial. It's not like she said for you to give her a facial.
I don't know if she's a sporter. I don't know, like, what's going on. And Marcus Pfister's an author. It's a legitimate book author. You know what I mean? Like, Pfister, I hardly know her, is just sitting there, a cold facial. And all I was saying is, I might want to change the name of that stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway.
I hear you.
Pretty
man.
low hanging, dude. Pretty low hanging.
I know. I knew you were going to take shots at me and make fun of me for it. And I said I'm a degenerate. What more do you want?
I'm not making fun of you. You're
I
asking my opinion. It's
Yeah.
pretty low hanging.
Yeah. So you would have said nothing?
Correct.
I don't even know who you are anymore. So anyway, back to Walmart.
Yeah.
Can you give me a squiggly, Jay?
Go on.
Come
Get,
on.
get down lower.
So what is it? Give me a W. Give me an A. Give me an L.
Yeah, give me a squiggly.
Give me a squiggly.
Yeah, because there is a squiggly between Wall and Mart.
Is there really? Like, if you look at the Walmart store,
Yeah, I believe the actual logo, there's a squiggly in between it.
and it's just a squiggly line there. Does Walgreens have that? Because that's owned by the Walmart family, right?
No, Sam's is. Sam Walton started Walmart, and Sam's Club is part of that. Walgreens is not. No.
Oh, I thought that was part of
No.
Oh,
You
shame
haven't
on
been going
me.
to Walgreens just because of that?
Yeah, I've been avoiding it. See, Walmart's now that's a super center E,
Okay.
and that's Canadian too, right? Doesn't that
got
look
an-
Canadian?
Century? Super Century?
Super Century. We need an American Walmart. Oh,
Yeah, it's an
Jay,
American
where's
Walmart.
your squiggly?
I don't know. Maybe they got rid of the squiggly.
We know it exists because Jay did some lawyering stuff for Walmart, and would occasionally have to go down to their store or corporate or whatever.
Corporate, dude. Even at corporate, they do the goddamn Walmart cheer at the beginning of every meeting.
Can you imagine? My first day on the job.
From CEO down to store level, everybody does the Walmart cheer every morning.
So it's like, All right, who's going to lead us this morning in the Walmart share before the doors open to the public?
Well,
Dude, I'd be like, oh, here's your smock back. I had no idea you guys were this douchey. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't know I had to do that.
Well, I'm shocked. No, aren't Walmart's 24 hours though? That's why you say before the doors open. I've always been shocked that I can't believe that more people haven't seen this happen. I mean, I know they could probably do it at 5 in the morning, maybe, or
Is
something.
Walmart? Not all Walmarts are 24 hours, are they?
They were.
No idea.
Oh, maybe they are. I don't know. But it looks like they're in the middle of the store doing it. But whatever. So a woman's been banned from Walmart this past weekend. Police were called to.
Boy, what do you have to do? What do you have to do to get banned from Walmart?
I always want to know what a stickler they are for that. You've got a lifetime ban.
Technically,
Like if you went into a Red Robin,
Jesus.
what are they going to do? Arrest you?
well, here's the thing. I think I've told this story before, but technically, I was also pictures taken and banned at the Brain Meyer from our filming days, and it was like they just said, actually, that's a fun. We had this one friend of ours. He was not a midget, but he was like very short.
He was wee.
We
Just
do.
a wisp
like
of a
what are
little
you
man.
saying? Like shorter than 5 foot?
I don't.
How do you know he wasn't a midget?
I think he used to joke about the fact that he was only like 4 inches away from being a legal midget, and he didn't, or whatever, like something.
Yeah, so close.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
like-
far
like-
away. Was he
'cause
part of
he's-
the Lollipop Guild?
I don't know what that is, but anyway, so we're sitting there at the Meyer though, as we're about to be banned from the Brighton Meyer, quote unquote, no, don't ever come back. And I think it's 3 of us, and then him. And she goes, and all 3 of you can, or because there's 4 people, he's just really short. And she goes, and none of you 3 can come back here ever again. And he said he just looked around like,
How dehumanizing.
Dude, he
about
doesn't
me?
even count as a fucking human. Wow. Yeah, we were talking about it off the air last week. Remember, Jay? It was like,
It'd be a tough one, dude.
yeah,
It really
because
would.
we were talking about how bad it would suck. We really felt bad. We did a horrible story about someone that were they palsied up?
Yeah, they're
nice and good. And it was like, Jay always feels like for the family that has to deal with caring for something they love so much, and what a strain.
Someone.
A person, a child of theirs. I wasn't trying to be funny. That they love so much and are dealt this hand that immediately changes your entire life. You know what I mean? Like you are now dealing with this for the rest of time, and what are you going to do? Trade in your cards? No, you can't. And it was like, what would be worse, to have, be palsied up real good, or to be a midget? That was a question posed in the room. I don't remember who posed it. And it was like, boy, oh boy, that'd be tough. And
you're palsied. You're kind of just trapped in the body, right? And you're physically limited. But the fidget really, he's got it all, honestly, except for about 2 feet in height.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem with
his faculties.
There's nobody. Like when you see someone who's chaired up, nobody's like, ha ha, it points and laughs. Like when you see a midget,
Can't help.
that every person you walk by is giggling to themselves. Like nobody is feeling sorry for you. It is a chuckle for the rest of the world. You are a clown in a lot of respects. It is what it is. And that would suck too.
Really tough.
You know what I mean? No one's going to walk by some guy slumped in a chair, wheeling down the street and point and laugh, unless you're a real douchebag. But
yeah, you're going to get a lot of sympathy when you're chaired up, but your fidget, the first thought is
look at it, poops. I wonder if I could take him. Like there's a good chance you could just be picked up and run 3 blocks.
Just want to squeeze him.
Yeah. Honestly,
I could just eat him up. Look at him.
Wouldn't your concern every day be like, you'd walk down the steps and you're going about your day, and it's like, you have to be on the lookout like a fucking cat on the lookout for a fucking eagle above.
Yeah, bird of prey.
Somebody could absolutely, on a dare, sweep you up and run you 3 blocks.
Don't take it out of the context of birds of prey.
Well, there you go.
I don't think that's off the table either.
Yeah. If you and I were walking on the street, Jay, honestly, and there was a midget walk by, and he's a good 2-footer. And as we walked by, I went, I'll give you $10 if you just pick him up and run him a block.
There was a time in my life where absolutely I would have.
I know that time. I missed that time. And with 100% certainty, I can tell you for 2 bacon double cheeseburgers at Wendy's. Those were dollar menu items.
Let me stop you there. We've had this dispute, and E is shaking his head up. I didn't eat the bacon double cheeseburger. I did not. I ate singles, no onion.
Fine. Pick any 3 things off the dollar menu you want. JL, today.
It's like a biggie fry and a friggin' big water cup for pudding.
Fine. And then you got $2 left. for those $3 menu items.
I would have jogged a midget.
Will you
down the street.
just
For
swoop, don't say a
sure.
word. Swoop them up under the armpits and jog them a block.
Yeah.
Set them down and
Yeah.
then come back.
I do a fumble drill with him. Like, come on, try to knock him out of my hands.
Yeah, I know.
I absolutely would have. But no, that's awful. He's a person. Those little people. They're
Those
just
things, yeah. I wonder if every midget on the planet has a story like, oh yeah, on a dare someone picked me up and ran me a block.
probably a pretty big percentage. Yeah.
So anyway, back to this lady in Walmart. She's imagine this,
midget.
folks, not a midget, but she's somewhat pleased. She's in a electric scooter. Now, I don't know if she got it from the store. or if
Hold
she
on,
brought her
man.
own.
I've seen people in the goddamn Amigos at that place who have no business being Amigos other than they're just fat asses.
Yeah.
I'm saying it.
Well, is the Amigo the one that you bring yourself? Because they say electric cart. I'm assuming electric cart means the store supply.
Yeah, they have them there. Yeah.
Yeah. She was drinking wine out of a Pringles can.
What?
Awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Cops,
my God.
Cops were called at 9 a.m. She'd been in the parking lot doing laps, drinking wine out of a Pringles can since 6:30 in the morning.
Holy shit.
2.5 hours just riding around drinking wine out of a Pringles can. The woman, the police found her at a nearby restaurant and told her she was banned from that Walmart location. Why? I mean, is this even a story if not for the Pringles can?
No.
I mean, if she was just drinking a wine bottle.
No, he'd be like, been drunk in an Amigo. It's the Pringles can. The whole story is the Pringles can.
That's it, right? Do you think she
Fuck.
finished the Pringles can and then popped the wine? Or do you think she rinsed the can?
No, I think this started out as a rinse job. She wanted the crumbs at the bottom of the Pringles can. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
So she started it as a little rinse job. I was like, why not? Just pour myself a whole Pringles can.
You think, or do you think she was out there and was like, well,
What flavor we got? Do we know? Originals?
I'm hoping to God it was original.
Sour cream and onion?
No. But I know they've got like hot now and barbecue. We had all types of shit. I'm hoping to God it was the original Pringles can. That's the only Pringles you should be buying. Yeah. So I don't know, dude, but I just picture this woman.
So why are you pouring it in a Pringles can? Do you think it's like a box wine or
Because
something?
it's probably illegal to be driving around drinking wine. Get all up in your stuff, in your business.
Like she doesn't have 8 plastic bags in her back pocket.
Yeah.
Or a big fucking gross purse.
But it is possible because she's fat fingered, right? Anybody on a motor cart like that, there's no way she's getting her hand inside a Pringles can.
Yeah.
She can get the first 4 to 6 Pringles, and then
So she was floating them up there.
Yeah,
She's goddamn genius.
Either that or she's in the pouring game, or some monsters will just tip the can right into their mouth. So maybe she was like, people are going to see me and just assume that I'm such a gross pig that I'm literally eating the chips out of the can like I'm drinking them.
I didn't think those damn cans would hold liquid that effectively.
Sure, with the metal on the bottom
Yeah.
and the cardboard around. I mean, you don't want to have it. You don't want to use it for days.
I guess it's like any disposable cup. Eventually, it would start to run through.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it'd hold for a few laps, no doubt.
for sure. 6:30 to 9 a.m. What is going on in your world? I mean, honestly, what is going on in your world when it's like, wouldn't you at some point between the 8 and 9 o'clock hour just be like, oh my God, am I really just buzzing around the parking lot?
It would,
drinking
yes.
wine out of a Pringles can.
Yeah, but let me tell you, it speaks to the battery power in those goddamn Amigos.
Sure does.
You know?
Well, we don't know if she traded in for a new one at some
Good
point.
point.
We don't know. But boy, oh boy.
Yeah, no story but for the Pringles can. You're right.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there is.
Hey, everybody, Hamlin Pub, they recently rolled out a new menu, as you know, so try their new culinary creations, which include Southwest Cobb salad, candied Brussels sprouts, Korean steak tacos, chicken share, or the big brisket sandwich. Or you could start your day with an award-winning Backyard Mary Bloody Mary. Of course, these specials are good at all 5 Hamlin Pubs locations, those being Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, and the 2 in Shelby Township.
Well, it's a touch early, Jay, but why don't we get to some email? I know it's been piling up for us.
We do have some email. Before we get to that, however, does your money work as hard as you do? You'll spend upwards of 45 years working to support your lifestyle, provide for your family, and set aside money for retirement. Let Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial help to make sure your money is working as hard as you are. Call today. Tell him you're a friend of the show for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. Call him at 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Hey, y'all, write in the show. Send us your thoughts to email at DetroitCast.com.
Also, make sure to follow us on Twitter. Jay at DetroitCast.com, Walters at Walters Radio, at Big E Detroitcast.
Yeah.
Follow us there. Instagram. What are you on Instagram, E?
You know,
Is it Eric Fady or Big E?
no, it's
Detroitcast?
Big E at Detroitcast. Something like with Big E and Detroitcast.
All right. You can find us. Search us. We're on all those things.
Look at that poops, Mike. He's sweatered. He's in, what is he, an English bulldog?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he is.
That's a pretty good looking guy.
Jody writes in, dog naming perfection. Hi, guys. I was scrolling through my Facebook feed and I saw this pic. A friend got a new French bulldog. Oh, you said that was English.
Mm.
Oh, oui, oui.
Hell, you name him Pierre? Do you name him Pierre?
And her 5-year-old daughter named it Linda.
Fucking awesome. Awesome.
That's great.
As she should.
Couldn't think of a better name. I love it. That's a good one.
That's a great one, Linda. Usually female names I don't think work as well as like Bill.
But Linda
Steve,
does,
Carl.
right? But Linda does.
Linda does. It absolutely does not look like it should be named Linda. It's perfect.
Mad Mike writes in, subject, Dad gets boner after solving Rubik's Cube. Yeah, so my 7-year-old son received a mini Rubik's Cube for Christmas just as a last-minute stocking stuffer this year. When I say mini, I mean it only has 4 squares on each side instead of 9. Can you picture this? So it's similar size to a normal cube. It just has 4 big squares.
Okay, yeah.
In the business, we call these 2x2 and 3x3s. One day
What does a normal cube have? 4? Is it 4?
3.
Oh, it is. Okay. All right.
One day I observed my wife fiddling with the cube for what seemed like myriad minutes. This piqued my interest with a cube, enough to compel me to go on YouTube and figure out how it's done. For a couple hours memorizing the algorithms, I could solve the 2x2 cube on my own. Like a painkiller addict, taking pills only got me so high. I needed more. I needed that heroin. So I went to my local Meijer and purchased a regulation-sized Rubik's Cube. I immediately hit the, hi, YouTube, for the first few days.
Hi, YouTube.
I couldn't focus on my family. I couldn't focus at work. I couldn't even drive anywhere without a cube in my palm. Solving the white side, the first row, moving on to solving the second row, then the yellow side, then flipping the corners. It was so satisfying. It took me about 4 days to be able to solve the cube without any assistance from my brethren on YouTube. That was 2 days ago. Since then, I have been timing myself, training myself to get faster every time.
No.
I never pictured my life ending up here.
Sign the dog.
But after stumbling into the world of cubing, I now fully understand why that kid was fully granite when he completed that cube in record time. Unfortunately, this leads me to render Mike and Jay of the Detroit Cast pussy for calling a fellow cuber a nerd.
You know,
a nerd is a term of endearment.
I stumbled into that video not long ago, and it's got a tremendous amount of comments. And people, I'm shocked how many people will shit on us for calling them nerds.
I know.
It's like, dude,
Yeah.
that is not, if you cubers in the community are listening, nerd is not a fucking nerds. That is not a shot. That is not.
This isn't the 80s, man.
No.
This isn't the Revenge of the Nerds.
Dude, nerds are the best. This is an absolute term of endearment. We do not mean that in a negative light in any way.
Nerds
Hi,
rule the world.
YouTube. I love that girl. Hi, YouTube.
Dude, the guy with the boner, what's his name? Felix something? He's known in the
Max
cubing
or
world.
Felix. Yeah.
He actually chimed in on that.
Yeah.
And said it was, what did he say? He said it was.
He lied about something. Yeah.
Yeah, he lied and said it was something about his pants were sticking to him.
Really?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Someone asked him about the boner video and he responded to it. Nice.
Cameron writes in, the king, the cult leader, the life lived in sentence fragments. It was probably a few years back when a bunch of emails were read on air regarding things that listeners get a bit OCD about. I had something I was going to write in with, but I was a little behind on listening at the time. So when I finally heard it, figured the moment had passed. Well, the recent 2-day hiatus of the show has urged me to revisit this as it's driving me out of my fucking mind lately.
Sounds kind of OCD.
TDC, that's what he's saying.
I know.
TDC is a 5-day-a-week podcast, mostly anyways. By all rights, this should mean that every Friday episode numerically should end with a 5 or a 0. I get it that when the first show started way back when Clark was on it, it was only 2 or 3 shows a week, and the inevitable sick days and holidays are going to fuck with the balance of this a bit. But for God's sakes, it's maddening beyond all belief that the last show of this week was 1198, and now weeks will be ending it with 8s and 3s for the foreseeable future. I have a couple, CUPPEL, suggestions to help pacify my OCD regarding this. Record a handful of just-in-case episodes. And before you bitch and moan about extra work, you've already shown you can do this. Case in point, when Mike went to New York last time, there was a pre-recorded episode for his absence. The other suggestion is if you have to take a day or two off for illness, you might just as well take 5 off to keep the numbers in balance. Just make sure to get 6 Sunday afternoon before you record the Monday episode.
Gotcha.
Yeah, thanks,
Gotcha.
thanks, Cam. We'll do that for you.
Can you imagine going through life like that?
Oh,
I
God.
know that. I know that feeling, dude, of that OCD feeling of, not stepping on cracks on sidewalks and having to count every step I take on a staircase.
Oof.
In your head, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then odd number fucks with you. I know that place, but that's next level shit.
Yeah, it is. Jay writes in concerning the Walmart brawl that we watched last week, and of course, there was some enormous dude who was going at it with some
belly hanging out,
sort of enormous guy. And what you picked up on was how satisfying it would have been to just rake that whole rack full of stuff by the registers. Jay says, racks and shit knocked over reminds me of the video Jit Goes Ham and knocks all the shit off the shelves. Remember that video? Probably 4 years ago, maybe, that we watched this.
What was this again? Was this just a little kid in a dollar store?
Little kid going hard as a motherfucker.
And this is where we learned the term Jit Goes Ham.
Yeah.
We didn't know what that meant at the time. I mean, obviously we're fucking, we know now.
You got it. He's he's in a dollar store, and for no reason, it appears he's just
we got a Jit going ham in dollar store. I'm talking about Jit is going ham in dollar store. Believe that. I'm talking about.
Yeah. Look at this Jit going ham.
Jit is mad. Jit don't got no family.
Jit's just all
Jit
alone.
Say, fuck this shit.
Pulling shit off.
Chucking shit at the guy filming.
Cereal everywhere. Jit is crazy. I don't know who Jit this is, bro. Jit is just going ham. You feel me? I ain't caught nothing like this in a while. Hey, I'm talking about, bro, like Jit.
He's just walking down aisles.
Oh my gosh.
He in the Tampa aisle now?
Jit is ill, bro. Like.
Hell, man.
Dude, I wonder where this kid is now. Holy shit. 3-4 years after doing that.
He's got no one like
he's got to be 7 right there, honestly.
For sure. He's doing it slowly too. It's not like he's even running through the aisles. He's opening up umbrellas. Yeah. He looks sad.
It's some anger issues.
Yeah. But why has nobody grabbed him and just slammed him at this point?
Yeah.
Because they just are getting the hell out of here. Not my business.
Jit probably bites, honestly. Don't you think Jit bites?
Yeah, but they got blankets there. Rip open one of the blankets and attack him like that.
Not my job.
Like a web. I know, but manager.
Not my job.
I know, but a manager of this dollar store. I know it's a dollar store manager, but still could take this Jit down.
You're calling the authorities. Or you're going to ask for a member of the community to take action, like this gentleman.
Yeah.
Somebody stop Jit.
No, I went in the back of the store, dog.
For Jit's own good, man.
No, Jit's in the back of the store now. I want to see where this goes.
I don't remember this. He's in the stock room.
What could be going through this Jit's fucking mind?
He's got anger
trying
issues.
to tell some shit. That's what I told
Jit's
him.
not talking. He's not talking.
No, Jit ain't saying shit.
Jit go hell, look.
Now he's running. Fuck you guys. Get away from me.
There he goes. He's barefoot, too. There goes Jit.
Wow.
Can somebody just stick Jit into the side there?
Yeah. See, I would think that a woman, one of those old birds, that picks up a part-time job at a Walmart or a
wearing a
Walgreens.
smock,
Yeah, wouldn't you think that 50 to 60 to 70-year-old woman, just kind of a pair of a woman, we all know who we're talking about, would just grab that Jit and teach him a lesson?
I could see that. I could see that pair of a woman wanting to give Jit a piece of her mind.
I could see her grabbing him by the arm.
You think so?
This day and age.
I think Jit bites, honestly. He looks like a biter to me.
Still, he's not
Look at him go.
Dude, this guy's unbelievable.
Jit is going down.
Now that's the best. That's a great movie. He just pulls the whole rack down. Fuck you.
Any chance this kid isn't in juvie right now?
No. God, no.
Oh, man.
I mean,
this poor kid. Something bad happened to him.
Something bad. There was a finger in my butt at Christmas from an uncle. So now I'm going ham all the time. I could watch Jit going ham all the. Look at him. He's gonna whip that at you.
Oh, first words out of Jit. Get back. He warns.
I'm not prepared to do it.
Oh, that's where Jit gets.
Boom.
All right.
Now Jit's
That enough,
stuck.
Jit.
Let's go.
That's enough.
Let's go, Jit.
Yeah.
Oh.
I told him what I did to him. He need his ass whooped.
Good day. I said good day, sir. Throw him in front of a moving car.
So now what do you do with Jit if you're the community member,
I think you grab that motherfucker by the neck and you teach him pants him first off. You pants him.
Honestly, because you're risking a lawsuit if you do anything to Jit right there. But
you turn, you go, dude, Jit went ham. Now Homeboy's about to go ham. This OG's about to go ham. So, brother, I'm going to need you to turn the camera off for a minute. And hopefully the OG behind you that's been filming this whole time will respect that.
Yeah.
As soon as he hits stop and says you're good, now
Teach Jit a lesson.
now you just fucking grab Jit by the back of the pants and the top of the shirt, and you just really fast. You just place his forehead and chin on the cement.
Oh, you're suggesting the patty cakes treatment.
Yes, and you just run as far until you're winded. You just run as many times around Walmart as you can. Just
that actually happened to my little wee sweet mate, Patty Cakes.
Yeah, captain or the quarterback, right?
My wall mate, yeah, who was the quarterback in waiting at Western, came over drunk one day and grabbed him by, just as you described, the scruff of the neck and the belt, and just rubbed him across my carpet.
Yeah. What did that do? Was it a forehead, nose, chin?
Forehead, nose. It was forehead, nose. It was
That would
bad
hurt
too.
so
Yeah,
bad.
dude, it looked bad.
Oh, and you know what? The thought of being a grown man and not being able to prevent that from happening.
There's a lot of dude, stop, dude,
Yeah.
seriously.
It's tough, man.
Kind of all plays in with the fidget thing. You know, Patty Cakes was small in stature.
Yeah, but he was such a funny, fun guy that you would expect that his sense of humor could get him out of that. But
no,
easy target nonetheless. That's too bad. If you're going through wedgies or swirlies or face carpet burns in college, boy, that's troubling. That's a bad place to be.
Should be done with that in college. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike writes in concerning Rick and Morty. Hey, real quick, are you guys responsible for the docking joke at the beginning of episode 6, season 3? Docking?
Docking is the insertion of one man's glands into the foreskin of another's.
It is the perfect description,
Yeah.
as I've said before, the perfect sentence ever crafted by a person describing anything.
That's our Jerry.
Other than the pause.
It was
if you just transcribe that, every word is needed. Every word is beautifully placed and stated.
Docking is the insertion of one man's glands into the foreskin of another's.
It's perfect.
Every one of those words needs to be there.
We all can picture that.
Yep.
Simply stated, plain
One
language.
man's glands into the foreskin of another's. It's genius. It's Jerry at his finest.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. And he probably had that definite. It's like my goal in life is for someone to go, hey man, do you know the definition of science? It's like, the science is the knowledge of the pursuit of knowledge of things as they are and why they act as they do. Because my teacher used to make us write that on every fucking thing we turned in. And so Jerry's been sitting on the definition of docking, never in a million years thinking someone would actually ask him like, hey man, by the way, for the record, what is docking?
Docking is the insertion of one man's glands into the foreskin of another's.
It's perfect.
Perfection. And he's done it.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, Mike. No, we are not responsible for that joke in Rick and Morty. Docking was a thing before Jerry brought it to our airwaves, and the timing doesn't match up.
Has anyone in the room, by the way, ever done it? Have any of you guys docked? No. I didn't think so. I just figured I'd throw it out there because how cool would it be if it was like two hands went up? It's like, no way.
With each other, as a matter of fact.
Holy
It's
shit.
crazy.
You guys could probably, more so than I could with you guys, just because of the height match.
Matt writes in, story about the cuckold man in Europe with 3 sons, episode 1196. Hey, podcast heroes. In listening to poem number 1196, it immediately made me think of how eerily similar that story is to an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Dennis and Dee get a new dad. Jesus, listen up.
Yeah.
Season 2, episode 10, wherein 2 of the characters on the show find out that their millionaire father, Frank, Danny DeVito, is not their father because their mother cheated on him at the beginning of their relationship with a man who devotes his time to charity and philanthropic efforts. I won't give away the rest of the episode, but it's definitely worth a watch. I've not seen that one, Isis.
I'm sure that I have, but
I think I have actually
I need to
seen
go
that
through
one.
that show again because I haven't.
love it, man.
I haven't watched
It's
it in a
great.
while. Yeah,
I've seen most of them, but not that one. Somehow that's escaped me.
You know what I did? Because you declared, I think it was the Christmas episode, the best of
TV.
anything you watched. You
Oh, right.
acknowledged,
Yeah.
and I didn't know if I was going to accept that,
Did you
because
watch
it
it?
was holiday movies. But I went and I
Outside of the
sought
Yuletide-
that out.
Outside of the Yuletide time frame, though.
Yeah.
That matters.
I think you graded it too high just because you're such a super fan of that show. It's good, and the claymation stuff is brilliant. It really is. It's definitely worth a watch. But I don't know if
Nude in a couch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. When he
Is
comes
there a man sewn in that couch?
and when he comes out of the couch, nude and runs out of the room. Dude,
Yeah.
Danny DeVito. Oh, it's fucking great.
It's well done.
Sew me into the couch.
Sew me into the couch. You know what? I'm about to open a can of something here, and instead of doing that, why don't we just save the rest for tomorrow since we're running out of time?
Okay, that'll work. Again, sorry everybody, we were off for a couple days last week. That was my fault, not these guys. Anyway, I'm feeling much better, so we should be good to go. The rest of the week should be a fun week, and we'll start it off again tomorrow. Hopefully, you guys will join us.
Listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening, and as always, thank you, Detroit.